Peace, peace, peace. This is Brother Jason once again coming at you with another video. As promised, we're gonna break down how I feel about the Kanye and Kyrie Irving situation from my perspective. If you haven't already did it, like, subscribe, tell a friend. All right, we're gonna jump right into this subject. Now, this is a very, very, very touchy subject, and I'm gonna try to walk the line because I know how certain platforms like to ban you from using different words. So, we don't want to get the video took down. So we gonna talk a lot of code or whatever. But anyway, the situation with Brother Kyrie and Brother Kanye West is a situation that having arisen just a couple of weeks ago or months ago. It's things like this been happening for years, where they want to silence us for thinking. They want to silence us for our opinion. If you don't think like them, or you don't think like the status quo, then they want to silence you. But the bigger platform that Kyrie got the information from, which is Amazon, nothing was said to them, because that is a conglomerate, that is a big corporation, and someone like Kyrie that they haven't been able to control, that was a moment that they felt that they could jump in and control. Control is very, very important to leaders, and it's very important for people who have evil and devilish intention. That's one of the methods that they use for us to break us. That's one of the reasons why we was not able to read and learn as slaves, because knowledge is power. And so if the power that be see a black man that they see educated and questioning, then they give it that side eye. And they'll throw as much money as they want, because they print it. So money is nothing. So you got a lot of people that say, oh man, why he complaining? He getting the bag, or he getting the money. Well, some people, they see through that matrix. I mean, money is nothing but paper. The book says that money is the root of all evil. Not saying that money is evil, but if you're a fool with money, then you're just gonna continue being a fool with money. And sometimes people will throw shiny things at you just to silence you or make you be quiet. But you should always question. You should always think. There's nothing wrong with think. A person could take everything they want from you, but they can't take your mind or the ability to think. So I think that that's what Kyrie was doing. He put out this documentary, and he just wanted people to give their objective thinking on it. Nothing wrong with that. Now, there was things in the documentary that probably offended people, but it's never going to be something in a movie or a documentary or a book that's going to make everybody happy. It's kind of funny that a person can make a movie, use the N-word, disrespect women, and it could win awards. It's kind of funny that LeBron James disrespected Brother Kyrie for his view, but you'll see LeBron James supporting rappers that is talking about the demise of the black man and the black woman. those double standards. Longer you're supporting, disrespecting the black man or the black woman, it's cool. But when you question, or it's something that is interesting to you that you would want people, like-minded people like you to look at, then it's a problem. Now with Kanye West, I agree with a perfect example. Just like the documentary, I agree with some things that Kanye West say, and a lot of things I agree with that he say, but a lot of things I disagree with. Especially the comment he made about brother George Floyd. I think that was totally out of bounds and disrespectful. You know, he said that George Floyd didn't die with the police knee on the neck, but it was because of fentanyl. So you mean to tell me if the police wouldn't have put his foot on the man's back or neck, he would have still died? Also, the comment that he made when he said that slavery was a choice, I wholeheartedly disagree with that. Now, I disagree with it, but I kind of understand the angle that he's coming from. Because my kids sometimes would ask me during slavery, it could be 100, 200 slaves in the field and 2 or 3 slave masters on horses. Why didn't they overthrow that particular slave master and, you know, and rebel? Well, like I mentioned in the last video, knowledge is power. If you control people, if you take people's religion, their culture, their identity, then you weaken that person. You weaken that person. You sucking the soul out of, because a person's culture and identity is that person, a part of that person's soul. So they broke those slaves first, and then they had somebody that would be loyal. And that's what's going on today. They broke us. They put us in a strange land, and they wanted us to be dependent on them. They wanted our women to be dependent on the government to take care of them, not take care of that man like every other race or every other group. You know, when we came out of slavery, our family depended on each other. Our great-great-grandmother and great-great-grandfather, they depended on each other. You know? And it's a different when you're an independent woman. I get that. You know, you could be an independent woman, but still need your man. Because you should need him like he needs you. Yeah, you need your man. And the reason why you need your man, because that is the divine order of things. Woman, child, man. That makes up the Ankh. That makes up the Egyptian Ankh. See the Ankh? The top part represents the woman. The middle part is the fallopian tube or the kid. And the end is the phallus or the man. That's divine intervention. So yeah, you know, they wanted to break us. They did. And they wanted to leave us dependent on them. You know, just like a baby. You know, a baby is dependent on you to change him, to feed him, to clothe him, to give him shelter or whatever. But as he started growing up, then he kind of get independent. And just like that parent, you kind of get sad. You know, you get sad when your baby is not dependent on you anymore. You know, you miss holding him. You miss, you know, you miss him, he or she coming asking you, you know, for different things or whatever. You miss it. You know, and when they leave, you kind of have a little empty void or whatever. And I think that's how they look at us. So I agree with, I stand with Brother Kyrie. I stand with Brother Kanye West. Even though I don't agree with everything that he says. But who does? You're not going to look at something all the time and agree with 100%, you know? But we can't bash these brothers. We have to support these brothers. Kanye West is a Trump supporter. I totally disagree with him on that. Totally disagree with him on that. But that's the thing about us. If you don't like what we like, then we have a problem with you all around. But being individual, being different thinkers is what makes us unique, you know? So I think that we have to continue to support each other. We have to continue to love each other. And we have to realize that they don't want us to go outside this little box, this little circle that they gave us. They want us to stay in bounds. And when you start going outside of that circle or that box that they gave you, then just like that slave who tried to read, then they'll try to, then you'll feel the backlash. But always read more. Read more than what was given to you. The Bible, the Holy Quran, and the Torah, all these books are great books, but they're more. And when you read those books, don't just read it for the word. Digest the word. Learn the word. Learn the meaning of the word. Learn how you can make these scriptures, use them as allegories and metaphors to your life. Everything has a meaning. You can learn a lesson from everything. And there's nothing wrong with questioning. That's why I always have a problem. I had a problem when I was young and went to Sunday school. And my Sunday school teacher always used to tell me, when I used to ask a question, she used to pop me and say, Jason, don't question God. Why? See, it's things like that our slave master told, and now we have people that's in charge of us that repeat that. Because whether we like it or not, we have turned into them. We don't have our last name. We don't have our religion. We don't have our holidays. We don't have our land. So we actually have turned into the people who enslaved us. So she used to always get on to me, Jason, don't question God. Why? Why can't I learn more about my Father whom I never seen? If it's something that I don't understand, why do I have to depend on a preacher to break it down? How do I know about his life and his mind state? So why do I have to depend on anybody else to tell me about something that I can find out myself? That's when we become that empty glass. That's when we become puppets. So when that preacher or that teacher tells you something, soak it in and you go do research on it and go farther than what you were told. When you read these scriptures or you read these stories or whatever, find out about them. Find out more about them. Because if you don't know, if you're not a mechanic and your car breaks down, the mechanic can tell you anything. You could simply need a battery and he could tell you your motor blowed, and how would you know? Well, how much it'll be? I usually charge like $1,500, but just because I know you, boy, give me $800. And you done gave this man $800 for something that you could have spent $80 on because the lack of not knowing. So always question everything and learn. And don't take face value of what you can see with your eyes. A magician could do a hand trick and you won't even see what he's doing. So don't use your eyes always at face value to see. You have to use your pineal gland. You have to use your third eye, your intuition. That's the God inside of you. That intuition is the God inside of you, where God will tell you yay or nay. It's a gut feeling when you're finna do right and when you finna do wrong. And notice this, and we're going to end it after this. You will know when you're doing wrong because you always will remember. You ever thought about that? You can remember things in your life that you did bad. And the reason why is because doing bad is not natural. See, doing good is so natural you just don't remember. Because it's natural. It's about like breathing or chewing. But when you sin, especially a terrible sin, you remember it because it's not natural. So we're going to wrap this up. Stay tuned. Like, subscribe, tell a friend. We're going to come back next time with another great video. This brother Jason. Peace.